I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
Good evening. Welcome, one and all, to episode 146 of the Toxic Tuesday, where Med Mardigan gives a blowy to Samuel Jackson Blowy. How are you all doing tonight, folks? It is a pleasure to be talking about Kindergarten Cop for our month of back to school flicks. So I'm happy we're doing this one. Took a little bit of a long journey to get to this one. It was funny how this back to school type of month kind of like a last minute decision. I think Tom pitched the idea, and I'm so glad he did, because these have been great segues through the grades per se. So I'm really happy about this, and we're gonna make it diabolically huge. I mean, like huge tonight. So let's acknowledge some faces here, man. All of you are commenting like crazy. Holy crap. Darth Viewer, Davina Duckworth, Vulcan lives. Primark Vulcan's here too. Penny. Hello, my friend Daisy. Daisy, reach out to me tomorrow. I will be around. D-Bud. How you doing, D-Bud? Yak Domino, Matthew Marzillo, Bryant Barth, Mars Monkey Max, Arcade Godzilla 81. Hello, hello, hello. Jonathan Conroy, Gonzalo Bergali, Steve Mitchum. The 10 Cran says, Smoke be here. Cosmic Vader, how's it going? All right, we already got 30 coming in hot in here. Let's bring in the dudes, the most toxic dudes on the planet for this. We'll start off with the guy I was just with a few minutes ago. How's it going, Tom?
It is not a tumor. I just wanted to say that before anybody else did. And you're going to hear it about 30 times tonight. Yeah.
Shut up!
There is no cookies. So you don't get to put the cookie down.
Oh, I don't get to put the cookie down. Well,
it's a different movie.
I may not be able to put the cookie down.
What is wrong with you?
I'm so glad you pitched this idea for doing a month of these. It's a great way to follow up the balance of the Western month, which is very drama heavy. So it's nice to bring in the funny with these school-based flicks. Plus, really
the kids are going
idea.
back to the school, which for me is a huge nightmare. That's why I have never made Kindergarten Cop first grade.
It's good to have you, Tom. Let's have some fun tonight. And is that right, that 70s rock fan?
I just want to sit all night listening to Tom doing Ernie. I just could just sit all night and do that.
I can do audio commentaries about the movies.
He needs to do a video where like a conversation of Tom as Arnold versus Tom as Nicolas Cage. And I think the planet would shake.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, why haven't we done a movie together yet?
Oh.
I don't know why we haven't done a movie in the same place, the same time. Maybe we got the wrong agents.
So if let's do a thought experiment. If Arnie as Conan was in Kindergarten Cop and someone asked him what is best in life, what would he say?
What is best in life is quiet. No fucking noise. All the children do it is constantly noise.
Perfect.
Like I'm the Grinch. That's all I hear is noise.
Noise.
I want to sleep.
I just want to sleep.
It's good to be here.
I will never have a
I'm
child.
happy to have you here, 70s. Let's get our other dudes and fill up the space with men. Is that
That's
right,
it.
Dustin?
Let's fill those men up.
Well,
Let's fill them up.
Hello.
Let's just, you know what? Let's just go full on right from the start.
Start your boners.
That's right.
Oh, that was perfect.
6
Mark.
to
Well
midnight.
done.
Let's go.
Oh, Mark, that was perfect. Well done, Mark. That was too good. How you doing, Dustin?
I'm doing okay. My computer is pissing me off, but that seems
I'm
to
sorry.
be, par for the course.
Yeah. Well, I
It doesn't seem
that
to have
that's
any-
happening.
Yeah. I can't get my camera to work. It's fine.
It'll be fine. Nah, it will be fine. And we know we gotta make tonight great because, tonight I was like, I gotta do my Toxic Tuesday. Someone's like, but Obituary's in town. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to catch them next year because
Yeah, they were here Sunday.
they're doing tonight's the start of their tour with the band that is named Sepultura but is not actually Sepultura, and that's an inside baseball for a lot of you in the chat will not understand that, but I'll explain that one day for all of you.
I feel it. I understand.
You
Yeah,
know,
they played.
Yeah,
they played a festival here at Black Circle on Sunday.
Yeah,
With like
you get it.
Fletcher and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, I'm happy to be here with the dudes, the toxic dudes, and we got other dudes who are in the back door we need to bring to the front. Like Red Shirt, he probably feels very relieved and vindicated now that he's up in the front with us. Is that right?
That is definitely right. I don't like being in the back. I'm never sure whether Gary's behind me.
Oh, so
they're
you're saying
6-year-olds. They're 6-year-olds. What could go wrong?
So
On
if
second
Gary's-
thought, take the gun.
If Gary's in your back door, you're basically what? So what you're saying is to Gary is it in yet?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it in yet?
Oh, I can tell this show's gonna be very dirty tonight. I can feel it. Oh,
It is.
figuratively, by the way, not literally. Don't get any weird ideas. Is that right, Mark?
For sure, yeah. Please, we've got to all protect ourselves tonight and be safe. Yeah, but what about?
I always wear a condom for this show.
You're always protected. Yeah.
Full body.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
we should all wear body condoms. That's a great
I
idea.
think Dolph is pretty pissed that we're not doing Kindergarten Cop too.
Oh,
I mean, come on, Dolph or Schwarzenegger, who would win? Come
That's
on.
why I'm
Who's a
not
better
in this
teacher?
movie. They got the cheap dime store version of me. That's right. You heard me, Dolph.
oh.
You're not
right words.
even close. You're not a patch. You and that governor.
Whose
See?
dick's bigger?
Oh, is this even a big debate? Of course his is bigger.
Nah.
He's got the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Right?
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
I heard him coming in Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland. Oh, speaking of men we hear coming in Cleveland, how's it going, backdoor Gary?
Fuck you, Dolph.
It's not a tumor.
I told you I already said that.
This is Gary's intro song.
Oh, this is the future Toxic Tuesday song.
Is this a new Wild Stallion single?
This is old. We haven't heard this in a while, actually.
It started playing, and I'm sitting here going, "Where's the music coming from?" At first, I was like, I thought I hit something.
I miss that classic Universal intro. Both of them. There's this one, and then the one that literally follows
With the airplane.
Yeah. Oh, dude. These Universal intros were so cool. Guys, wait till you hear the actual Toxic Tuesday song. It's an actual Toxic Tuesday song, and it's very wild. It's very homoerotic, and Backdoor Gerry is its creator, front and back. He worked on it front and back, so you gotta give it to him on that.
He spent more time on the back.
I put a lot of it on the back. Yeah,
He put a lot of it on
a lot of who I am went into the back of it.
So, an Ivan Reitman film in the Ivan Reitman Schwartzy trilogy, because Twins was the first, Kindergarten Cop was the second, and Junior was the third. And it wasn't a connected universe. It was not.
Anna watched this with me today, and she loved this movie. She was like,
"Oh, is it her first time?"
Yeah.
What?
First time?
No, well, actually, she said she watched it years ago, but I
Okay.
think she watched the German version, and she goes, "I just thought it was stupid when I was younger, but now I watch it and I love this. This is hilarious." And I think that's why, because she saw it with the German.
David Hasselhoff
version.
When they did German language audio for Arnie films, did he do his own overdubbing?
No.
No?
And here's the funny thing: he offered to do it.
Yeah.
And the German-speaking country says, "No, thank you. You're a little too rural for us."
Oh,
Rural.
Because he has a what's referred to as a farmer accent.
I got the brand new company.
He's very inconspicuous in this movie too. He doesn't stand out at all.
No, big
I
man.
have no life at all is one of my favorite lines in this movie.
Well, I'm still, no matter what happens in life, it's always about stop asking about the bathroom, because there is no bathroom. You know, he does actually say "cuz." I just threw it in there. But there is no bathroom. So I don't know how you're going to take care of your shit, guys. You're going to have to figure that part out. Just saying. I have a headache. It might be a tumor. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all. Hold on. D-Bud was serious about that. What? He was
Yeah,
glass
that's what I put
blower.
up there.
He also made the glass pod, the hourglass, and the whistle. What? That's crazy and wild, if true. Which do I like? Ooh. I mean, I'm not really wild on Junior, but man, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't pick between this and Twins.
That's
I love
tough.
both films.
That's really tough, because him and DeVito did have very great chemistry together. Like, they really paired well. Like,
So is
seriously.
this where they made the milkshake?
Look, it makes more sense then that this movie is bracketed by Total Recall before it and Terminator 2 Judgment Day after it, because when I first looked that up on IMDb, I was like, wow, this was definitely playing against type for Arnold Schwarzenegger, given those movies. And then I looked a little further down and I went, oh, he did Twins before that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it was also at a time too where he was hitting fatherhood stage, and no, it wasn't the one from the lady he knocked up, the maid, but the Shriver one, and he was like, I'm transitioning into fatherhood. Look at me. And now all of a sudden he got to carry that phase into that movie a little bit, but his only demand was that there was still a gym. And this is literally the gym that's in this movie that the kids use is literally his workout gym for him to film on downtime. So he used this as his workout gym. This gym in this movie. What? I thought I heard someone say something dead. All right, never mind. Anyways, yeah.
His comedy years culminated in, I think it ended with Jingle All the Way, didn't it?
This man is such a mama's boy. I'm pretty sure he's a queer. He's so queer. Look at his hair with the stupid ponytail. He's gay.
Bully.
It is.
So and I don't think that gay people are bad, but he's trying to kidnap a child. He's not even interested in his wife. That's how I know he's gay. You know that?
That's the bully from 3 O'Clock High.
Of course it is, because he's a big bully.
He's painted that hair on.
Look at how queer he looks there. He's so queer, he looks queer.
He practically disappeared.
Look at how cool I look there with my fake beard.
In a small part in Black Hawk Down.
In fact, don't watch the 4K of this.
He was in Black
Hawk Down.
Wasn't he in Black Hawk 2 down?
Black Hawks go down. What?
Black Hawk 2 down.
What? Look, all I know is you cannot get the 4K of this movie. I say this for a reason. Because you can tell I'm wearing a fake beard in that scene, and I don't like that.
Just get 2Ks. It's the same.
Because I can actually grow a beard.
2 plus 2 is
but
4.
they decided at the last minute they wanted me to have 5 o'clock shadow. And I'm like, no, it's not 5 o'clock.
It's not 5 o'clock. Oh, JT Kirk's been a member for 2 months. He said it's not a huge tumor.
Just a little tumor.
Just a little one? Are you sure? I don't know, man. Seems like a pretty huge tumor to me. I mean, that's up for debate. Seriously. I make the argument that almost every movie of Arnold. No, actually, Jingle All the Way was not his last comedy. Batman and Robin was actually his last comedy.
Haha, very funny, motherfucker.
Hey, I'll send you back to the cooler. You better cool
At least
down.
I didn't do stop when my mom will shoot.
Down.
It's a cool time on the hot town tonight.
Wasn't it Stop or I'll Shoot My Mom?
No, I didn't do that one.
No.
That would have been better. Stop or I'll Shoot My Mom.
What was the one where he convinced Stallone to do it and Stallone did it and he fell for it and realized, wow.
Stop or my mom will shoot.
Yeah, stop. I tried to watch that once. I think about a month or two after I started dating Stella. I think it was her idea to watch it. I'm like, okay, let's see if we can finish it. And I'm like, this is awful. This is horrendous. Anyways, I like how he manages this whole car thing. You guys watch my car now. I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. It's so funny.
I love my car. Oh man, I'll keep an eye on it for you.
Yeah.
He's looking at it and kick his ass.
It's just as good as when Stallone and Cobra would literally use his car to push other dudes' cars. And by the time he'd show up later, they would make way for him so he could park like all nice and perfectly. Because earlier on, they would give him attitude about parking. And all of a sudden, those guys like were, oh, sorry, Cobretti, we're not gonna mess. So Arnold got to have his Cobra right here. What was that?
That's
somebody closing their back door.
That's Kelly's back door opening.
Shannon was in here for a second, and then I unmuted, and she closed the door.
Oh, I thought Gary was like,
no,
Gary's door never shuts.
I can sense when a back door closes.
Well, you feel the difference?
Doors are open.
He feels a disturbance in the force.
I like you. Oh, dude, this right here, this whole dialogue he says to her would be ultra cancelable today. Like, ultra cancelable. I'll follow you forever. Always, wherever you go. I was like, bro.
The funniest part, though, is still when he says, I don't have a life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think this was. I'm trying to think what other movie preceding this did he have his 5 o'clock show? Because he after this he didn't do this until End of Days in '99.
You want to know the truth? I can't grow a beard.
You can't?
No.
Was it the roids that killed it?
Yes.
We should cool down the roids there, man.
Look, I'm a little drunk, so I'm being a little vulnerable right now, and I'm telling you all things I shouldn't tell. So don't tell anybody these things, okay?
How's your pubic hair, though?
It's quite curly and blonde. A
Does anybody like his
very
Netflix
proud.
show that he does?
I didn't watch his Netflix show. What was that?
It was actually it was pretty funny. He's like a secret agent or whatever. He's trying to retire, and his daughter gets caught up in it.
Okay. Maybe one day
It's cheesy, can't be exactly what it should be.
Oddly enough, I did watch Terminator 0, and it was not bad. I still got one episode left, but it was actually pretty good. There's even some moments where I even say it was great at times, but I still got to finish it.
I think there were some plot things that are nitpicking, but overall the tone was great. Yeah.
No, it definitely had a lot in common with the first movie, which was actually the big surprise of it. It definitely made the T-800s feel very scary and intimidating all over again. So I think that was one of his biggest strengths of Terminator 0, which I thought I was honestly not going to watch it at all. But, well, I came across it. So here we are now talking Kindergarten Cop, which actually does have I can't believe they actually made a sequel. As much as I love my Lundgren, trust me, I know I love him so much. My biggest membership is named after him. That's how much I love Dolph Lundgren.
Are you serious right now?
I started watching it. It was so bad too, and I loved Dolph too. I had to turn it off. It was so bad.
I thought it was called "The Dolph Lundgren Needs to Make a House Payment." That's what that movie was called. Because there's no way he made enough to buy a house.
And I thought Arnold was going to take that kid and snap his neck and say, "Don't wake him up for the rest of the night."
I did an alternate cut. See,
he's dead tired.
He's dead tired. Yeah, exactly. You saw it. I was like, "Leave it in, leave it in." And the MPAA is like, "If you do, it's going to be an R." I'm like, "Well, fuck."
To be an Arnold.
With what the children?
Would it be an Arnold?
This is the best comic.
Arnold, that's rated Arnold. Got it. That's fine. I'm gonna use that.
And this is the scene where
boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Not anymore, you
The
dumb
most
idiot.
toxic line in movie history.
Yeah, there's 52 genders.
You see his pencil?
There's 52 genders. You can't even count that high, you little shit. Get me to program. Do better.
That pencil reminds me of a time I was in high school, and there's this dude. I remember he was, I think 2 or 3 years younger than me. So I think I was a senior. I think his name was DeAndre. He threw a ball of paper at me. You know, there's always that younger kid who thinks he's being brave by trying to do something to the older kid. He threw a ball of paper at me, and he got me. And also, he did that little smart ass, and then I looked at him. I picked up the ball of paper, and then I ate it. And then he looked mortified and never looked at me again and shut his mouth for the rest of detention.
Oh wow!
He looked like he had seen a ghost when he had seen me eat that ball of paper. I have no regrets, not one. Little shit.
Of course, you were shitting the alphabet for the next 3 days.
That kid's more toxic. No, the whole slew of kids are more toxic because there's one kid who was like, "Ooh, they're gonna do it." Then you have the kid. Seriously, these kids are very over the line with their toxicity. It's great. You know, they balance off for Arnold's. Well, I don't want to say he's not soy in this. He's not. He's fun. He's funny. But he doesn't really get to be toxic. Even by today's standards, he's not really toxic. So he's got kids that help him out. Like, you'll get to be the toxic ones this time. This takes the little flock off my but you guys get to do it now. Hooray! Yeah. Sounds like I say in the Breakfast Club.
Well, that's
That would be
kids.
great to see at Breakfast Club.
I think I don't know if it came through earlier because if there was crosstalk, but when he's headed out, his partner has still got still got the stomach virus, and he goes. The quote is, let me see if I can find it here. Basically, the end of the quote is, "They're 6-year-olds. How bad could it get?" And she goes, "On second thought, take the gun."
Oh, good point. RJ God's like, yeah, there was the kids using the dolls too. Nah, these kids really were freaking, man, these kids are nuts. Dude, look, it's a phone booth. A phone booth.
What?
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
Oh
Bill,
my
and
God.
Bill and Ted are in that one.
That's old.
Bill and Ted are in
That's
that
how you
one.
know it's an old movie now.
Yep. Good old phone booth. They knocked down about 2 months ago. They knocked down the last payphone in my area. I'm straight up mad about that shit. They
She's
should
faking it. She's faking that shit. She's
Oh.
not really ill. She just doesn't want to do it.
She likes the way Arnold cleaned up, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like that scene, later when they get to the school, or the second day when he's wearing the polo shirt and all the moms are going crazy. Like, I can't let him see me without my makeup on.
She wants Arnie to pump her stomach.
Well, it's funnier than that, Mark, because they're all, before they see him, they're all speculating, what kind of a guy teaches kindergarten? That's weird. He must be gay. And then he goes, there he is. The kid goes, there he is. That's your kindergarten teacher? And they all spin around and go, oh my God, I'm not wearing any makeup.
And all those dried muffins all moisten again, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. You two are married. You're allowed to be slobs.
But my question is, if she was that sick for like the 2-day car ride, why didn't they go to like a med check or something?
Yeah.
She's going to be dehydrated as fuck.
Well, she did go to the doctor.
That's your kind of lady, though, right, Nick? I mean, with a huge appetite like that. I mean, I was saying that was someone, Nick is already taken, but I'm thinking that that would have been someone that Nick would have loved to have been with, who could out eat him almost, right? Because
she's too much of a rookie. She vomits way too much. She's low class. She's not on my level. She needs to be able to eat the food, suck it up, get over your stupid sickness. You need to eat more. So nope, she's low energy. She's low energy.
But maybe she got poisoned by clams or something.
Don't care. You eat and you suck it up. I had a buddy once who chased his shot of Jägermeister with Jim Beam. You don't just freaking do this shit where I'm vomiting now. Can you eat? No, you eat more. I did on accident, but that's the thing. There are no excuses. You do this shit, suck it up, and stop being a bitch. And she woke up. So whatever, bro. You get what you pay for, and you pay for vomit. Fucking vomit. Go ahead, Mark. You sound like you want to say something.
No, I was just laughing at that because as I'm watching the movie, I'm like, this. Well, that would have been a fun date for you, right? Yeah, like you would have been impressed. But yeah, once she started puking, I guess. But she's always eating. I'm hyperglycemic. Yeah, so that's what makes this movie.
What the hell is that? Is that some made up disease? What do you know? Do you not want to pretend like you have a gluten allergy too? All that weird fake disease shit. Shut up. Eat the gluten. Start glutenizing now. Listen to the glutenizer, bitch.
Well, at least back then we didn't have that gluten stuff. The people were faking, but I mean, yeah, there's some people who do have a gluten allergy. But
I would stop telling her
like
about being a girly man. I actually would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, and she was hypoglycemic, which is an imbalance of blood sugar. And believe me, I know people who were in college, and if they didn't eat, they turned into weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
When their blood sugar got too low, they got all twitchy. They look like they looked like tweakers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So no, I can see it. You gotta be eating something a little at a time all damn day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We got to play that clip again now that just rolled by.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
And that was in the preview too, or the trailer too. I remember seeing that everyone was dying.
Hard to believe that kid would grow up and be a murderer in the movie Pet Sematary.
Oh, really?
Oh no!
Did he really?
Yeah, he played Gage.
Great.
That's Gage from Pet
I
Sematary.
never. Okay,
Oh,
I
God.
have not seen those
Not
in a while.
fair.
That's pretty
Not
funny.
fair.
Did you hear about how in Silent
He's also
Hill,
in New Nightmare as well. It's Nico Hughes. Yeah.
Oh, this movie is theorized by many in the YouTube sphere that this is in the same universe as Silent Hill, because apparently in that PS1 game, Silent Hill, the school looks exactly like the school, from the posters on the wall to the layout and everything. So there's a Kindergarten Cop, Silent Hill shared universe. I don't know if they were watching that movie a lot while they were making Silent Hill, but clearly someone just really had to be like, okay, you know what? Maybe one day John Kimball will be the hero of Silent Hill. Just one day. And obviously that day never came to be. But hey, a man can dream of a shared, yeah, right? A man can dream of a shared universe between Silent Hill and Kindergarten Cop. Man, that shit's bipolar, how crazy that is. Look at those eyes. See, I like how the one kid's like, you're worse than this, you're worse than no, you're worse than that, you're worse than this. Who am I not worse than? I mean, like, who is he talking about? Politician?
That's how kids be, though. They're just brutal.
Well, that's the beauty of it. The kids are very brutally honest. They're gonna literally tell you how you feel, and it's kind of great.
By the way, that
Innocent,
school is still functioning there in Astoria. I checked it out.
Oh, Astoria, Oregon. I'm surprised they didn't make it like a tourist attraction or something.
You would have thought it's still a functioning elementary school.
Well, it's where wasn't that where the Goonies takes place too?
Yeah.
Yep.
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 Sorry, somebody already said it. I apologize. I
can't believe there's a functioning public elementary school anywhere, especially in Oregon.
Oh well, it does help that it's not in Portland, because if you're in if you live in Oregon and you're not in Portland, it's as a razor fist that you might as well just admit that you have no voice in that state.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter was in Portland last year. She's like, and she traveled all over the world on this trip, and she's like, that was the worst place she'd ever been to, was Portland. She's like, she never wants to go back.
Well, see, at least in Chicago, there's still some cool shit. There's pizza. There's more pizza. And they still have like the old-fashioned Italian-looking joints in them too. They weren't modernized places. The hot dog joints too, like they still look awesome. So at least you're good with that. Of course, then there's Reggie's, the greatest venue ever for shows. So it kind of works. She's looking at Guns magazine. Did like you dudes get hard when you saw that? Dustin must have.
I was like, how come Shannon doesn't do that shit?
I'd have taken her off of Arnold's hands on that one.
Maybe you gotta plant the seed, Dustin. Maybe you gotta get like a subscription going, and start hinting.
I mean, she's got a permit because of me, and you know what I mean. So
okay, that's good. So we have a start. That's cool, at least. I like that. I like that you at least have that. Okay, cool. No, I definitely I've still has been convinced she wants to do the range. We just gotta now actually commit to it now, but. She is interested, so it's a good start. So no, just doing it. Oh, she looks creepy.
She's been in a bunch of stuff though.
Yeah, well, what's her other bunch of that? The blonde lady, red lady.
Yeah, not the blonde one, but the trailer looking one. She was in a bunch of TV shows.
Okay. I don't remember. Gerry, what's with your weird avatar of you like that? I mean, I guess you look straighter in that photo. You don't look as gay, but
should just be a screen door.
Should just be a drain.
It's the smoke and mirrors to his back door. What appears to be his eyes and mouth is actually his bunghole. Makes a lot of sense. Jason Reitman is a kissing boy. Yeah, that's true, Cavatino. You beat me to it. Yeah. Pretty awesome that he got his son involved for that.
I was gonna say, I love this line here where she's worried about him playing with dolls, and then turns out that he's using the dolls to look up the other girl's skirts. It's like, you don't have to worry.
Those were the days.
And she says, "Yeah, that's a relief." She says, "Yeah, that's a relief."
Man's got to know his limitations.
Even looking up the skirt, you gotta know your limitations.
I mean, my God, they would never show that in a movie today, right? I mean, but it's something, maybe kids would do innocently, but I mean, just this movie would be canceled in so many ways.
Have him whipped off and given certain drugs now because he's obviously expressed a preference.
Yeah. Well, and the kids would all be sent to take it away from parents if they saw this today.
Kid.
All the lunches.
You just gave me an idea. We need to do a Toxic Tuesday on Analyze This. From when Robert De Niro was functioning and he had Billy Crystal, that movie was outstanding. I love Analyze This. So good.
That was a good one, yeah.
I love the fact that just after that clip you showed, Mark, where he's holding the kid up and berating him for eating all the lunches, when he's distracted by something else going on in the classroom, he drops him straight to the floor. He just lets go and goes off somewhere else. You hear the kid thud on the floor.
The kid just bounced. He's quite bulky.
I mean, but that's the whole thing. Is he is so not built for dealing with 6-year-olds, and they're just not. The modern audience would be horrified at all these little kids.
He just drops because he was he thought he was back in Commando, I think, right?
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's what made you did.
I lied.
Exactly.
So to answer Cavatino's question, yes, our kindergartner granddaughter was doing it this morning on the way to school because they've been doing it every day.
Oh yeah, that's a no on that. That's a good point, Juggalo.
That green kid doesn't look well.
The Juggalo. Oh, what they say? Our dad's a real sex machine, dude.
Those twins that pair are right out of The Shining. That's The Shining right there.
Yes,
dude. It was The Shining meets Our Dad's a real. I laughed so hard at that part. Oh man,
they wouldn't get away with this collection of kids now either because they're definitely not representative enough.
Nope.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but they're representative enough for Astoria, Oregon in 1990. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like,
well, indeed. Oh, I love the computer though.
The pre-gentrification. Is that what we're alluding to? Because
I mean, gentrification is basically a nice word for like whites moving back in.
Neutering.
Yeah, this was the California invasion of Oregon.
Oh, okay.
When all the single parents moved up to Oregon from California because they couldn't afford to live in California as a single parent anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, this school was also used as the basis for the school in Silent Hill. The game.
Yeah. I
didn't know that until now. Oh, it's
pretty awesome, right? Yeah. I mentioned a little earlier that apparently they even use like the posters and the layout of the building. So it makes you wonder if it was a shared universe.
Indeed. Should have put Arnie in the game somewhere.
Dude, straight.
He probably is.
He probably is, yeah.
D. Bud Martin, who's been a member for a year, says, remember when Gerry said, who's going to open your back door last? He lied. D-Bud, by the way, thank you for being a member for a year. Not only a member, D-Bud's a Dolph Lundgren member. He's one of our biggest members. Like, seriously, like Dolph Lundgren would be.
How many times are you going to say member and not like turn that into a joke? Jesus Christ.
Hey. Don't blame me for why D-Bud is showing off that he's one of the biggest members of my channel. maybe you should have bigger members.
I want measurements. I want proof.
You want the proof? I'll give you the proof.
You can't handle the proof.
The proof hurts.
The proof.
You can't handle the penis.
And speaking of members, and Eric K gifted 5 memberships. Eric, you crazy
Hope you're feeling better,
son
Eric.
of a bitch, Eric.
Only 5?
Oh, no.
Jeez, is that all?
You son of...
I mean, the
might
average
as well not
American
give-
is 6 inches.
You might as well not.
It's gigantic. Gigantic.
I mean, you might
Thank
as well
you,
not bother
Eric.
at
Thank
all
you,
if it's
Eric.
only 5.
Vulcan Liz, another one who's been on free. Did somebody say biggest? Oh, that's true. Vulcan and Diva, they could do measurements together, and they're both very comparable to each other. That's true. That's true. All this member chats and member comments. Thank you again, Eric K, for gifting 5 members. It's really diabolical. It's huge. Thank you. And yes, Vulcan Lizzie, he's a big member. I know 5 picoseconds has a huge member. Lester, he's a big one. Deleted scenes as well. Bruce Lombardo. Shout out to Bruce Lombardo. He's missed on the show. Yeah, we just got really solid members. And they Eric K for $5 says, Gary, I do have the power to kick people off the pad. Oh,
You know, it's
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
not the number of members that counts, it's the size of your membership, the length of
Right.
it.
And have you seen how sizable my Dolph Lundgren members are? I got like 7 or 8 Dolph Lundgren members.
Wow.
Like, dude, like, well, you seriously, Zorro would be very jealous of the sword fighting contest my Dolph Lundgren members have. Straight up, it's not even close. Zorro was probably out there wishing he got to partake in that sword fight. But keep dreaming, Zorro. That's why you wear a mask, because you got to hide behind your tears.
A mask called counterfeit.
Well, I think Eric wants me to play this for Gary. So
I can do the splits, no problem. Back and forth.
And Rob Altus been a member for 12 months as well. So yeah, it's clear that a lot of you all became members around a year ago, and that was when I got the memberships launched. So thank you guys for all being members.
We'll have to do a Dolph. We'll have to do a Dolph icon for the chat.
I know, right? Yeah, Lester, if you're out there, I know he's a Dolph Lundgren member as well. Diesel, yeah, Diesel. I'm missing Diesel. Diesel's another Dolph Lundgren member. I mean, it's just really good that, you know, all my biggest members they stick it out for me. They really do. And they've all, once they stuck it out, they've never like turned it off. So,
but when they stick it out, how do you handle them how do you handle their member when they stick it out to you? Are you gentle?
I hold on and just keep holding.
Are you a selfless lover?
Selfless lover. Yeah, actually, I am a bit of a selfless lover. Because, you know, I'm just happy that you're here, member and all. And I don't expect anything. I don't make demands. I'm just glad that your member's sticking out for me regardless. And the fact that it's bigger and out for me makes it even better.
He's gay. What kind of a man teaches kindergarten? He's obviously gay.
Mm-hmm.
He holds on tightly. Don't let go.
I got to clip that one down. Yeah. Just so the he's gay part. Yeah. And then...
Holy cow, is that your new teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What are you doing?
I don't want him to see me without my makeup.
None of us are wearing makeup.
Well, you're married. You're allowed to look like slobs.
Hey, you have to really reach around to know how big your members are on this show. You really have to reach around. So that's how it is here. You got when you reach around and say, okay, that's how many Dolph Lundgren members are. That's how I know those are my biggest members on this.
Do you put their money where your mouth is?
Wow.
Yeah, this was a hard-hitting question.
I don't know how you left these things. I don't know.
Be careful how you answer that one.
It's a good thing Gary's not here. I mean, I need someone to be a fill-in for that question.
I mean, you're talking awful clear for your mouth to be that full.
No fill-in pun intended. Or maybe it was absolutely intended. You decide. But holy crap. Oh, there's that workout gym Arnold kept going. And he gets the kids in shape. Despite all the toxicity, he's actually a positive male.
That's the slowest blast beat ever.
So are you saying that the drummers who do the blast beat, they really get their strength from beating off?
I mean, it's got to start somewhere.
Beat it.
Not very subliminal, is it?
No. Well, Michael Jackson, he knew where to beat it. The problem is everyone else took it out of context. And that's not his problem. Not his problem. Shut
up! That looks like his face is straight out of like his eyes are going to pop out of his head because he's on Mars.
Yes. Yes, Total Recall.
Oh, yeah.
Apple 2GS in the background.
I like how all those cards just say milk. Nowadays, you'd have to have like 16 different ones. One would say goat. One would say oat. One would say
almond. Yeah,
soy milk.
One would say skinny soy gluten-free vegan latte, even though it says milk. It would
range-fed dairy.
Or they have range. I'm like, what the frick is this shite? Just give them milk. My oldest, she was at my parents, and she once, I think it's about a year and a half ago, she's like, yeah, I went to go get a sip of some milk, and it tasted really bad. I'm like, all right, look at the gallon at home. Remember that label when you go to your grandma's. Tell me what it looks like. Sure enough, I found out they got that damn 2%. In my home,
that's evil.
Yeah, in my home, we're whole.
Just like water, isn't it? It's like drinking water.
Just like Gary's bunghole.
Gary's hole.
What's the point? What's the point of it?
Just like Gary's bunghole, we like our things whole here. We don't do any of that reduced stuff. That's
There's no half-assing it on this show. No way.
I got no time for posers. I'm making that term great again, by the way. I'm making the term posers great again. I'm going to bring that term back, and we're going to call it all the posers. It's going to be great, whether it's a comic poser, metal poser, movie poser. We're going to call it all the posers again. It's going to be great.
I like that Fairlife whole milk. That Fairlife whole milk has just got half the sugar as regular milk does.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's all I drink now, dude.
The Far Life or Fairlife. What is it?
38 cents. It's $4.38 for half a gallon, but man, that stuff lasts forever.
Yeah, it doesn't go bad.
Because it doesn't have as much sugar in it or the fat.
It just sounds like it sounds a little bit like an alt-right dog whistle. I think you should really retract that statement and denounce that you drink Far Life milk because it has the word far. It has the word far in it.
Fairlife.
Some might affiliate that.
It'll be alt life milk next.
Alt
life milk?
Alt life milk. Far life. It's far life, and then it'll be alt life.
MILF or milk?
If you drink it to your death, if you drink it till you're dead, it's alt-right delete.
Oh.
Live, laugh, toaster bath.
Oh, wow. We are
dear.
absolutely rocking it tonight. Milk from Old Cows. Oh, dude.
You know, when that scene was up earlier, we didn't play the new biology lesson song that we had you. Then we'll play a couple of seconds of it now as a background.
Boys got a secret, yeah. Girls have one too. It's not that complicated, but let me show you. Boys have a feature, yeah. Girls got their own. Make sure it's distribution in the seeds we've sown. Boys have a penis, whoa. Girls have a vagina, hey. That's how the story goes in this life ballet. Boys and girls are different. It's not hard to see. Celebrate those differences. Live in harmony. Whoa. Boys have a penis, whoa. Girls have a vagina, hey. Whoa. That's how the story goes in this life ballet. Boys and girls are different. It's not hard to see. Celebrate those differences. Live in harmony. Oh, boys have a penis, whoa. Girls have a vagina, hey. Whoa, that's how the story goes.
Congratulations, Mark. You just managed to trigger both the alphabet people and the feminists at the same time. Boys and girls are different? No, they're not. Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina. That's not true. You got half of the weirdo population right there, man.
Well, we better cancel that AI, right? I wasn't sure if it was going to generate anything for me.
No bullshit, guys. I got good news for you. This stream just got a thumbs down. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, whoever thumbs down it. That was great. That's wonderful. I was gonna say my life feels whole, but only one man can feel whole on this panel. It's Gerry. So
fractured
I guess...
butthole, indeed.
I know what he wants to do with that thumb.
Lube it up, baby.
Going in dry, Gerry. Going in dry.
That's all Gerry knows is dry.
Just spit on it. It'll be fine.
Oh,
yeah, Hawk to it. Exactly.
Hawk to it. That's right. Hawk to it.
Oh man. Ooh. That is some man. There's that damn they really like showing off that phone booth. Reminds me of the movie.
Really don't like the color scheme of those houses. There's something about it. It's like some alien settlement.
Oh, blood is your
Oh, God.
Wow, we made this chat go nuts tonight with all these comments. Holy crud. This chat is out for blood tonight. Oh, crud. I just walked into that one.
What is that car on the left? What is that car on the left? What was that?
I don't know, but it's not a bathroom. So you better stop asking about the bathroom.
What is that red car?
Looks like an Isuzu.
Yeah, it does look like an Isuzu.
Yeah,
it does. I agree. I can see that being the thing.
Curious. That's all. I didn't recognize it.
It's okay.
Well, that's because only 13 guys bought it and they were all gay.
I used to see trackers all the time when I back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So Gerry had one then. He's not.
Where did Gerry go? He's
I'm
in.
not sure I understood what the statement was, Brian. Ask me that again.
Only a gay person wouldn't have heard that.
Okay. That's
hey, Gerry, is it possible for you to fall in your own back door?
90% of homosexuals are hard of hearing.
You're one of the, what? Hey, one of the 13 eyes. Was it an Isuzu?
I'm the other 10%.
An Isuzu? Is that the car?
Whoa.
Gary, you owned an Isuzu. I think it's what we were saying.
Zoom.
I know it's
Zoom,
Isuzu. I don't even know if I can
zoom.
pronounce that. An
All I want to do
Isuzu.
is a zoom and a
Zoom,
boom
zoom,
boom.
zoom.
What the hell? Who made that? An
I
Isuzu.
don't
Don't mess with my Isuzu.
And don't forget, sometimes your fart goes Honda.
I own a damn Honda.
I do too.
No joke. It's an old joke.
Okay, I don't honestly know that one. I've never heard that one. So I guess that just is
Buddy
more of
Hackett was the one that told it when I heard it. It was funny as hell.
so must be a boomer joke. Okay, it makes sense. I don't understand your boomer joke, but I will go through the house. I will go through the undies. I will go through the rotting bed. I want to see how smelly you all are. Look at Ghostbusters.
He's going through the drawers.
Tom, did you own one of those? Oh, Tom. No.
He had TMNT
what?
bed sheets.
Ghostbusters bed sheets.
No,
yeah,
I did have TMNT. He's right.
Them TMNT. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I could see you owning the Ghostbusters. I don't think I ever watched a Ghostbusters cartoon, even though I drank the High C Ecto Cooler relentlessly, like a crackhead as a kid, because I was like one of those rare kids who was a total crackhead. So I think it was just all the Ecto Cooler getting into my veins. But man,
I had He-Man sheets. I had
G.I.
Joe sheets.
Oh, you had the Joe. Cavatino says that was a 1990 Geo Tracker. I remember there was the Chevy Tracker. I remember that.
Well, Chevy and Geo were the same thing, but Geo was the budget line.
Oh.
And then they tried to do the whole GM did the whole Saturn thing as well, and then that didn't go very well.
Okay. I did not know that. Isn't something new today? I can't remember what I had. Yeah, I don't remember. I guess my memory it withered away. Just says, nope, you don't remember what bed sheets you had. I'm just gonna hope that whatever they were, that they were cool. That's it.
I'm pretty sure I had Transformer sheets too. I think I had the main three. He-Man, Transformer,
G.I. Joe, He-Man.
We didn't have sheets, we just had sheepskins.
Oh, of course you had a sheepskin. Of course you did, 70s.
You 70s, all your sheets were tartan, okay?
They were. Not to begin with, but they ended up that way. That tartan paint is really hard to use, you know.
I gotta say, please, don't tell the school. Don't tell them anything. He thinks we're in France. Please don't tell. I won't tell anyone. I won't do it.
No.
It says France,
no, he
but I
doesn't
think
say
he just
that.
meant her
I know he doesn't. I'm just blabbing.
Okay.
I'm just
but I like what his answer is. His answer when she says that, please promise me you won't tell anybody. He says, "You can trust me."
It is a good answer.
Which is at least honest for him. He can't promise not to tell anybody, but she can trust him.
Yeah, no, that is a good answer because he's not lying to her. He's not exactly dodging it, but he's still acknowledging her. It's an answer without it's an indirect answer. It's a very
and it's not a lie. Right.
Yeah,
he's not lying.
He's not lying, and that is a smart way of it. So especially when she's in the heat of the moment, she's not going to be as paying attention to the details of an answer. She just honestly she just wants assurance ultimately. So it was a great way to capitalize on that.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I mean, I haven't seen this movie in years, and I remember thinking it was pretty silly when I first saw it, especially since I'd been watching Arnold's previous action movies before I saw this, and it was like Arnold Schwarzenegger is a kindergarten teacher, right? But watching it again today, I was like, You know, this movie's really pretty
It's well
cleverly written.
It's very well written. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the funny thing though is the fact that when they are like, we hope he'll stay, he doesn't have a degree in teaching.
Right.
But he has a very big gun.
You don't agree. It's just kindergarten. I hope my sister's not listening because she's a kindergarten teacher. So I
She has a
love
degree
this
in
movie.
teaching.
I gotta ask her what should ask her again what she thought of this movie if she's watched it. But I don't think kindergarten's that bad. I think the older kids are more crazy. But I love how they let them run around like in the beginning when the principal goes to the classroom. Where's the substitute teacher in the classroom? She left the whole room of 30 kindergartens alone for a half hour. But anyway, we were way past that scene. But yeah, there can be challenges. Yeah, they don't need to use. They can just be on their own. They're fine.
They weren't alone. There was a dinosaur in there with them.
There was a
dinosaur. I just realized Penelope Miller was in that Reagan one. I didn't watch it, but I remember Culture, I think, liked it. I had no idea she was in it. She played Nancy. That's wild. I didn't know she was still at it.
Yeah, wasn't there a lot of rumors that she was a bit of an ass on set, a bit of a diva?
I'm a bit of a diva.
People didn't like it. They didn't really like her. The rest of the cast, I don't know. That's just rumors.
Maybe. I mean,
Tom
that
might
could
know.
still be true too. That could still definitely be true.
She was a
So
proper actress in her view, you see, and this was fluff. She still
maybe.
signed up to do it, of course.
No, I mean she's definitely good in the role. That's for sure. She is definitely good in the role of this movie, and maybe she may have been a drama queen then. I don't know.
Yeah, because she'd just done. I don't know, was it Awakening?
She'd already won an Oscar. So
yeah, so she felt
for playing a man.
You were at the height of her ego then.
Played a
I thought it was
man.
a little bit beneath her, I guess. You know,
This kindergarten cop movie. What is this? Why am I being in this? Yeah, maybe it was the movie at her age, and it's just like, do this. It will make money. You will make money.
you will be well paid. People will like it.
Just slide in
There's
and do the
great-
movie already.
The great Linda Hunt there. She's wonderful.
Yes.
Al Pacino. Oh, okay. And I know, obviously, Arnold had to also get ready for T2, like right after this as well. So it's a wild transition if you think about it. He goes from this expressive, shut up, to
Come with me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to live. Yeah, where he goes, and obviously, whereas the first Terminator was more like a straight ahead like thriller, that was more straight ahead action with Judgment Day. So no, even for Arnold, that's a pretty big transition. It's probably the closest we'll ever know of him actually transitioning in this lifetime. Hi, LDG, how you doing? He should be dressed about what call those arms, Roxy. They're punny. That's good. Dude, this guy went crazy at this movie. I looked in this guy at this movie came out. It seems like this guy was just like, he really loved his drugs. Like he was in love with his drugs. I was just like, wow. Even Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies would be wowed by how much you love your drugs. This guy was nuts, man.
Yeah.
His mother was even crazier. You remember the Addams Family with Abigail Craven who tries to fob off?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the vibe I was getting from his mom.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she is the reason he's so screwed up.
Oh, okay. All right, we got LDG free the net.
Huge! It's gigantic. Gigantic.
With a huge 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, LDG. Appreciate that. You guys really know how to treat a dude who has, well, I'm not going to promote it on shows, but you know how to treat a dude who hits 37 tomorrow very well. So there won't be no birthday stream. So thank you. You guys really set me up really good. So appreciate that. And here comes the boys dressed up like Lincoln. Look at these kids. They're all being Lincoln. Look at they're so nice. They're. This was at a time when they taught history dominantly.
Was this in Lincoln Park?
Nothing says 90s like that fucking polo. Like
just gonna say, I was just gonna say, I had like 20 of those shirts. That's all I wore in the 90s were those shirts. I didn't fill it out.
You weren't wearing a flannel?
Oh no,
I was wearing those polo shirts. Yeah, that was the uniform.
That is a rubber buttoned rugby shirt.
I was hoping you were gonna stop at rubber and butt, but whatever.
Why did you rubber butt?
You know it's a real rugby shirt because the rubber buttons are put on them so you don't gouge people's skin when you tackle them.
And the way they dress Crisp, like how do you take him seriously as a gangster? You just can't.
That's what I said. He's a queer.
It's not even that. He doesn't look like. He just looks like.
He's gay. What kind of a man teaches kindergarten? He's obviously gay.
He's a kindergarten cop.
He just looks like, I don't know. He's like what a 6-year-old would think like a cool gangster would look like. You know what I mean? Just I don't know. It doesn't.
Because he's a mama's boy.
He really is.
He is.
Who's your mom?
He's got mama issues.
Oh.
If she's hot, me. If she's not, Gerry.
There's like some reverse Oedipus shit going on here, really.
Thank you, Mr. Bond.
I don't know.
Stop whining. You kids are soft.
Yeah, you're soft.
You lack discipline.
You're like a Twinkie.
I love how it was like Gerry goes to talk and it's like, quit whining.
I like how Gerry come back right when the culture clip.
I was just saying that I don't think that's a lot of cock. I just don't.
Gary's seen a lot of cock. He knows. The cock buffet.
Got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
That's right. Your ass is mine. Not literally, but figuratively.
So do you guys
Can I have your mommy's not behind you anymore and wipe your little tushes?
I'm going
if it was literally, it'd be kind of weird.
Do you guys know who originally was almost casted for John Kimball?
Bill Murray.
Yep.
Murray.
You know, I'm
that
not I could actually kind of see it. I could actually.
I think that would have worked. I think.
No, it kind of had to be somebody like Stallone or Schwarzenegger or even like Seagal. I hate to say it. To
accentuate the joke, yeah.
Yeah, to accentuate the joke, yeah.
It's better that it was Arnold, but could Murray do it? Yeah, I mean,
it would have been a different movie.
It would have been a completely different movie.
Yeah,
like if Murray would have done it, it'd been like if they got Al Pacino to do it or something, right? Like, because then it becomes a completely different cop. See, Kimball doing it is it would be like if you got Clint Eastwood to be in the movie. That's basically what it was written as, if I remember right, was they basically had the idea, okay, what if Dirty Harry was a kindergarten cop? Right? Like, what if he was like in the kindergarten with these kids having to deal with them all day? So it was written from a perspective of somebody like Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry, right? That kind of a cop. Going, oh fuck, you know, like that's the joke, right? So it was this perfect vehicle for somebody like that. And then if you do it like somebody like Bill Murray or whatever, then it completely changes the tone of what it's supposed to be because they're not the same kind. That'd be more like, you know, the French Connection meets Kindergarten Cop, right? You might as well have Gene Hackman going up there asking each kid, "Did you pick your feet in Poughkeepsie? You did, didn't you?" You spilled your SpaghettiOs, you didn't pick up the mess, and now you picked your feet at the edge of the bed, and we know it was you. Nick has never seen the French Connection.
Apparently not
seen the French Connection.
What? No wonder he's not gagging right now on himself, because otherwise he's always gagging at my fucking impression.
I'll be right back. Check your privates.
Gagging on what?
Exactly.
Nick's just proven how gay he is by not having seen the French Connection. It's just confirmed it.
That's just
weird.
No, that's like a future Toxic Tuesday movie waiting to happen.
It is. Oh my god!
You want to know why? You never trust anybody.
That's right.
I can't even say the rest of that whole line.
I know you can't. Well, you
that's
can,
the one that got
but only
famously
once.
Cut.
Yeah, you can, but only once.
Yeah. Told you not to trust him. You never trust. You don't.
Yeah.
There's a word
He
you
had a
can't
knife.
say in that movie now.
Yeah.
That's why I've got the older versions of it, just so I have the unedited.
That's a fucking masterpiece. I don't see. That's the thing about Friedkin, man. Is he could, when he hit home, he'd hit some doozies and make some real bad movies. But when he hit home runs, motherfucker hit home runs, right? Like they were grand slams. Like everybody's on base and everything's rolling. Like The Exorcist, French Connection, both those films, perfect films from beginning to end.
Yeah. Yeah, the French Connection, Mark would have to go through erasing half the dialogue.
I know, right? Like, that'd be probably his biggest work ever.
I've gotten smarter. I've with the subtitles.
With Hateful Eight, you did,
yeah. Control Alt, Control F or find, delete all the expletive N word here. Like there were 60 of them, or I don't know how many there were.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to throw in a lot more than the N word for that movie, unfortunately.
Yeah, you are.
You're gonna have to think of every goddamn slur you could think of, because there's
a million of them.
But
yeah.
That is
that
one
you
of
can't
the most, that has got to be one of the.
Can
most
you even say
dystopic-
dumb guinea anymore?
Well, you can say that, yeah. Can't
you? You can, but don't do it in Little Italy.
You just did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I mean, you done said it now.
But
I don't think people care that much right now.
Not on the air now, are we? We're not live, are we?
I thought that the Italians are still considered white, so that was okay.
We were talking about the old British currency, the guinea. Nothing.
Oh,
else.
that's true. That's true.
Oh,
Or
that's
the
right.
hens.
Yes,
We're talking about the
exactly.
hens. That's what we're talking about.
So
No, I was talking about guinea pigs.
That too, yeah. It's a guinea pig. Have we done any of the grumpy old men yet movies on here?
No,
yet?
we need to.
My God, how have we not? That's
Another
anytime
good
I
one.
ever hear anybody say guinea pig, that's all I can ever hear now. It's all right. It's not all right. It's a guinea pig. Oh, that's one of those rare sequels that might be better than the original.
All right,
in my opinion. Grumpier old men, man. Oh, God, no.
Dude, I love Grumpy.
We were just mentioning how those had never been done yet. We got to do them, but like I was just saying, how the sequel might even be better than the first one, especially because it almost makes you cry when the scene when Pops dies. It's so sad, especially when he's like, "It's like God forgot about me." It's like, oh, the poor little dude, and it's like, oh, he got what he wanted, but I'm sad because he died. He was the best character. It's like, anyway. Back to Kindergarten Cop.
Said somebody mentioned grumpy old men. Mark, I'll have to put this in for me. Mark, I'll have to add it to the screen.
Oh, hold on. I'm in the back. I was clipping something. Yep. Let me add it.
Mark was in the back doing things.
I was in the back. I was in the back with Gerry. Oh, there we go.
Take an old one eye to
well,
the
you keep
optometrist.
Jesus, Dad.
Take an old one eye to the optometrist.
All right.
Vulcan
lives.
I've been to Hawaii.
Vulcan.
Which island? Come on, I wanna lay ya.
Come on, wanna lay ya.
Vulcan lives has gifted 5, and I mean 5
huge.
Thank you, Vulcan Live, for gifting a dude 5 huge.
Come on, I like a poker.
Yeah. And Tom wants to get poked by your huge memberships.
His outtakes from those are the best. He's taking the boat to Tuna Town.
That's right.
All right. Well, maybe
it just goes on forever, doesn't it? It's
maybe
you can just do the
Maybe come January, maybe we'll do the French.
That's a
Connection.
perfect time. Yeah, we're having a heat wave, tropical heat wave.
Next several months.
Hey, Putch.
They're all monthly themed.
Dickhead.
Next several months. So French Connection, it'll be.
Hey, Putch.
I don't know about your Putch, so I don't get it. So why are you telling me about your Putch?
He likes Hormel chili.
You like Hormel chili.
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimball have to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
That will never.
It's
ever.
like Gerry. It gives him the farch. Something awful.
There is no spoon.
It's true.
There is no spoon.
True.
It's all in your mind, like the Matrix. Can you imagine if I was Neo in the Matrix? I'd be like,
Would you like to see some really hot photos of me?
No.
Yes.
Well, there's nothing wrong with men being aroused by other men. Don't be ashamed of your feelings.
No, I'm not.
I'm not ashamed to feel you.
Our mom says that our dad is a real sex machine.
I must say, your dad is a very productive man.
I must
He
say.
was able to pull that
Yes.
off and then you two came along. He's a very productive man. The Tick show or the cartoon, they're both great. Show them now, dude. This psychopath got into the damn school. I gotta tell the truth. I'm coming out of the closet. I'm a cop. I'm coming out. I'm telling you my truth.
Coming all over you.
And I'm gonna come to him and I'm gonna shoot him.
It won't stop. How do you turn it off?
I pushed the power button, but it only made me stronger.
And the power button is called the prostate.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh, wow. This is really elevated things.
This is getting out of hand.
Well, let's see for
So
Handy
are yous
Randy.
too.
For Handy Randy, he never had a hand to begin with, so
Hey, back in the days when they had books in schools.
Yeah, remember then?
Yeah.
Terry
Books.
Silver stole his look from this guy. No, Terry Silver came before this guy. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tom. I thought Terry Silver came before this guy.
Well,
No, I think it's
Karate Kid
after.
2? Probably 90.
Or no, yeah, you're right. It would have been before. I think 89.
Yeah.
This is 90 or 91.
Yeah, it's 90,
About the same time,
91.
though,
It
yeah.
was 1990 because it was December of 1990. I remember that. It was December of 1990 is when it was theatrical. So, no, it's not a Crippers film just because it came out theatrically. Not everything that comes out theatrical in December automatically defaults. You still got to have the theme. And there's not even a hint of snow in this damn movie. And granted, no, it's in Oregon, but still, there's
Yeah.
nothing, no music, no talk about the holiday, no snow, no Santa, no reindeer, no snowman. Not a Christmas movie. So don't even try it. You're wrong. It's fake news. Not that it ever was news, but before you say it's fake news, just saying.
Is that the ferret?
No, dude, the ferret is great.
So I was reading that ferrets, owning a ferret in California was illegal.
Oh, yeah, it was
But
illegal in a lot of
they
places.
call the
yeah.
ferret
But hold on,
going on.
sorry, let me finish. Sorry, I'm not finished yet. But in 2004, that California state passed a law saying you could own one, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor, vetoed that and kept it banned.
No.
So even though a ferret is a major part of this movie, it's a part
They're
of this movie.
disgusting.
Maybe the ferret
no,
is
no,
biting
I
him.
Glad-
Because the little
Brian-
fucker bit me.
yeah, I'm glad you ferreted that out.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, he's a bit of a hypocrite then because he used the ferret to get the kids on board. And
Think of how they deal with guns. There's guns in their movies all the time.
Yes.
You know why they made it illegal in California is because of all the ferreting
Richard
going
Gere.
on.
Oh no, that was a
Richard Gere and ferrets, man. That's why.
Well,
Richard
yeah,
Gere was putting them all up his butt.
He was kind of a hypocrite there in a sense, but
Most of
He
them
kept saying
are.
it. He kept saying he doesn't bite. He doesn't bite. I wonder how many kids that ferret bit.
did he put
in
him
the
down the
movie.
front of his trousers though? That was the
Yeah, ferret baiting. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's a
shit.
distinctly British sport.
it is.
Dude,
putting the
snorts
ferret
here.
in the trousers.
Snortapoopus is here. Hell yeah.
All right, hello.
What's up, Snortapoopus? Cuber.
Hail to the polar bear.
Dude, I'm so glad our big polar bear is here. We like knowing that we have a polar bear here who's gonna watch over us and really care for us.
That time, I heard you coming.
Now that Snortapoopus is here, we don't have to worry about the ferret anymore.
I'm gonna kill this bastard.
Yeah, the point wasn't about this fact that this movie's in Oregon. It's the fact that Arnie was governor of California. Overruled a liberalization of ownership of ferrets.
You know, I actually have a Governor Schwarzenegger figure. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go get it. I know where it's at. I have a Governor Schwarzenegger. I got it as I think it's a Christmas gift.
Not a commando figure. It's just a governor.
A Governor Schwarzenegger.
Governor.
I have a
governor.
I have a Governor Schwarzenegger figure. Sorry, Agent Mulder. I'm gonna go get my Schwarzenegger figure. Okay.
Did we talk about how close the school in this movie is to the Goonies house?
No. Is it?
It's like a 3-minute drive.
And are they really remaking the Goonies or having a new show on the Goonies? Is that true?
I've seen I've heard it's real and I've heard it's fake, so I don't really know. Tom might know for more.
But trust Tom.
To know what was real if the Goonies house?
The Goonies? Are they doing a new Goonies show?
No,
or is that
that's been shot down. Oh, yeah, well, there was a reality show that was done a while back. That's on I think Disney Plus. But yeah, no, that was a fucking fake thing that somebody made online,
and it kept going around and around.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, it probably would have
kind of like how Beetlejuice 2 was like that forever. It was
kind of, yeah, and that's where I think a lot of this is. Yeah.
Well, while Nick's getting that stuff here, we've got another great job description from one of the kids.
My dad is a gynecologist and he looks at vaginas all day long.
More toxic.
Gynecologist.
Could be worse. Could be a proctologist.
What was his motto? Cervix with a smile?
Remember that the Saturday Night Live skit? Mel Gibson, gynecologist, and the ladies were lined up around the block back when Mel Gibson could be on TV and they could do toxic stuff like that. Oh, good. But yeah, you guys are right. The writing in this movie, yeah, and the face value, you're like, what a stupid movie. But the writing is great, and Arnold's just perfect in this. And he said this is one of his favorite roles, I think, right? Looking back.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah. So, and you can tell it shows, right? I mean, and this was it was a fun movie too because I think I went out on a date night with this. It's like you want to go see an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and typically, your better half, your girlfriend, or wife wouldn't want to see that. But if it's Kindergarten Cop, you can get her to go see an Arnold movie. Yeah,
I saw this when I was 11 with my mom. I mean, it was kind of a date, I guess. She paid, whatever.
Yeah.
My brother was probably there too.
You didn't ask too many questions, though, right? You didn't ask about how many genders there were, right?
What did you say, Mom? What are you talking about with vaginas? What do they mean by vagina and penis? That's
it's an Arnold.
Arnold.
Oh wait, can we make Nick not? Let's make Nick not round for a second. There we go.
I bet Nick takes that to bed with him every night.
I was using that round thing on StreamYard last week. And it took me like 20 minutes to find the setting on Sunday Night TV. Not unrounded. And then screw you, StreamYard, because I'm going to have to leave. I mean, $45 a month. What are you, crazy for StreamYard?
I wonder if my $25 I got charged a few days ago is my last one. I should probably...
Well, they haven't officially announced that it's going up or when it's going up. But I mean, I think they've sent some emails out. I don't think I've ever actually gotten one of those emails. I haven't gotten
it. I checked my emails all yesterday.
I checked my account. It said $45 next month.
In your DM group, Nick, I did say what I'm using and what I pay.
Starting next month, you hear that, Arnold? Yeah, the cocks, all of them.
What about OBS?
If I could, I'd put a law against it.
Well, Streamlabs OBS has the Talk Studio, and that's what I use because I was a Streamlabs OBS premium member. This is just, for the people out there, not promoting or denying anything. But I use Streamlabs OBS, and therefore I used their Talk Studio, which was free with the premium Streamlabs. So it is a lot cheaper than what StreamYard are proposing. But that's just me.
Well, 70s was not smarter than us because you had you got into the right. Not gonna have to redo everything again.
Well, I was using Streamlabs OBS anyway, so this Talk Studio just came with it for free, and it still seems, unless they put their prices up, it's a lot cheaper than what StreamYard are going to charge.
Stop getting very excited there.
Gary,
Does his
get
butt
over
come with
here.
action grip?
Yes. Come take my hand right here.
Yours is worn off, Gary.
Get over here now.
With play action grip butthole.
I came in through the back door.
In the ass?
Oh, okay. I gotta take this.
We'll go back to the round here. Here we go. We can round ourselves up.
Let's just put it this way: the stream makes you. Toxic Tuesday is a show where you question a lot about your life. Well, that's the nicest way of saying that. The show makes you question a lot about your life. So
I'm
questioning
actually
about your life.
I'm actually in therapy now because of this show.
I thought this show was therapy. What am I paying you for?
That's the scene where they touch the tips.
Touch tits?
Like, I don't know if it's gay unless you like make eye contact while there's the blowjob. The blowjob's not that gay.
That guy's never going to kiss his girlfriend again, ever.
He's never going to get a heart. Hell, he's never going to get a heart on again.
Did you see that Gary video that I sent and tagged everybody in on Twitter?
Yeah, but I need to get the original. I can't download it from Twitter.
Oh, yeah. You can just search I ain't gay no more, and it pops right up.
Are we keeping this full screen, Mark?
Oh, here we go. There we go. There, I got it. Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't have producer powers, so I can't help you.
Thank you, 70s, for mentioning that. I didn't realize that's what I get for being retarded all day. I didn't realize he had a screen all the way up, and I
It was
didn't
big.
notice.
He made it big.
And biggened.
Use the force.
He engorged it.
Dude, that shit looks like it was painful. That looked like she could have almost hit her head. Look how close she was.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll.
Can you imagine, like, if she actually hit her head on that wall? Dude, that's
why being a stunt woman is not
it's
not easy. Yeah.
That could have caused some serious damage to that wall.
Okay. I'm not one to whoever, usually gets complaining most of the time about, why isn't this award? Why isn't there that award? But if there's really one position that doesn't get enough proper recognition, it is the stuntman, stunt lady position. If there's one that actually deserves an actual reward and doesn't get the proper due, it's that, because a shit like that straight up validates the case right there. I mean, come on, that shit would have hurt. She would have been in the hospital. Fuck, dude. Hey, what's up, Steve? Says for $5 lead scenes. Sorry I couldn't join the chat tonight. Booked up. We'll catch the replay and drop a like. Remember, it's not a tumor. It's just Gerry. Overall, 8 toxic 5. Thank you, deleted scenes. Thanks for dude. You gotta come back on here soon. If you ever want to take a Tuesday night off, I would love to have you back on. We can if you bring your sword to my sword, and then together we can show off our swords
and touch the tips.
Sword fight.
Dude, yeah, it's straight. It is so freaking 90s. It's honestly,
what was that? The Man Who Loved Women, or what was the John Ritter film where they had dueling glow in the dark condoms? And you see, they turn off the lights and you see the two lightsaber penises.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Blake Edwards movie.
I have no freaking idea what you're talking about.
Okay, hold on. John Ritter film. I can't remember the name of it.
Could be The Man Who Loved Women, but that sounds familiar.
The Man Who
Skin
Loved
Deep.
Women.
Skin Deep.
Oh, Skin
With
Deep.
John Ritter. And there's a scene where The two guys are in there to bang the same woman. They don't know about each other. And then when they do, the lights go off and they both got glow-in-the-dark condoms on. And it's a lightsaber scene.
The
It's funny as hell.
Blake Edwards movie. I remember it now. Yeah.
Guys, on September 17th, 1955, Speedy Gonzalez made his official debut. It's relevant.
Happy birthday,
There you go.
Speedy.
You gotta come home.
Arriba,
Speedy
arriba.
Gonzalez.
Yeah. Andale.
Yo.
You know, what was really funny about that scene is when I saw it in the theater, I was in the Army, and I kept saying, why can't she hit him? The guys I was with started laughing. I'm like, he's right there. He's huge. How are you missing him?
Ooh, Action Con for $2 says Governor Schwarzenegger or Governor Ventura. I'm gonna say Ventura. If we're gonna be very fair and honest about it, Governor Ventura. He's a lot more conspiratorial, a lot more rabbit hole at the time. Hole. And he's the one who he let you know that he didn't have time to bleed. Even when he was,
and he's also the one who sued Chris Kyle's widow. Took all that money from her.
Oh,
Yes.
shite. I did not.
Why did he do that?
That's why I don't like him. It was
Fair.
Chris Kyle himself because of what was in the book. And he sued him, but when Chris Kyle was murdered,
So yeah.
he continued the fucking lawsuit.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
It's in the script.
Thank you, Action Com, for the $2. You guys are absolutely killing it tonight with these memberships and super chats. I absolutely love it. Thank you. It's a good way to kick off.
He's a comedian, by the way, Nick.
It's a great way to kick off 37. So thank you.
Yeah, you're getting old, Nick.
It's awesome.
Oh, 37, man.
I can't wait till I'm like 60 or 70. Now I'm gonna like eat pizza. That's gonna be great.
So you're saying he's looking forward to most of us being dead.
I was joking, like, we're gonna be in the old folks home. Pass me my headphones. I gotta do Toxic Tuesday. You know,
Well,
like age 80.
On the technicality, my birthday is in 1 month if you're on the East Coast. On a technicality, but yes, thank you, Vulcan. Thank you. Yeah, on a technicality, but obviously I'm on Central, so I'm 2 hours away. Oh look, he's back. We missed
Now
him.
I want to bring this up again because the guy that plays his partner's fiance is Bob Nelson, a comedian. He was prolific in the 80s, and he's in the remake of one of the Marx Brothers films that was called Brain Donors, and he was always on Carson. And he's a character in this film. Nobody notices him, the fiance of his cop partner.
Oh.
They notice him when he's wearing a pink night dress.
Mention a tumor.
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Not
It's
a
not
tumor
at all.
It's not a tumor.
I'd say Penelope's
what I
pretty damn
should've
cute in
looked
this movie.
Yeah, she's cute. Yeah.
She's
The
probably
thing that's
cutest
great about
middle
this
school teacher
film
ever.
is it's so subtle in how toxic it can be. You know, the
But
guy
the
saves
kids
the
are
day,
overt,
gets the
though.
girl, you know.
But the kids are overt in their toxicity.
Yeah.
That's the
I mean,
part
children
that-
are.
Think about this. Think about he spends how much of his career chasing down Crisp to
Right.
find his ex-wife and start banging her, and he's gonna be the kid's stepdad.
Who's your daddy?
Well, Rich, remember he started off with, "Who is my daddy?" Like, "Oh, is your dad arrested?" No. I meant, "Who is your daddy?" And what does he do? You guys remember E-Bombs World?
Yes.
I used to use that website obsessively back in the final heyday of prank calls. I used to do tons of prank calls using soundboards from this movie. From these scenes. I remember I would actually get a lot of people. I remember I made some people pretty angry at the time. It was awesome. Yeah, I felt very Bart Simpson, Millhouse like for it. It was like it was a very joyful moment. I was proud of
I
myself.
still do prank calls. I called.
Why does that
Dale,
not
my
surprise
boss.
me?
I called my boss, Dale and Julia Dye. Okay, I called them and they were out of the house, so I left this message. Seriously, this is how it went. Hello, is this 911? Oh Lord, I've fallen between the toilet seat and the wall, and I can't get up. I've got poop everywhere. Hello, is this 9? Oh, please, somebody come and help me. And then I hung up, and they got
That's
back,
not
and
a
they were
prank
like,
call, that's
they were like, what is? Did somebody call us? Accident? How did they confuse 911 with our toll-free number? They sat there and pondered, and then Julie went, "Oh my God, it's Gerry."
Yeah, it's Gerry.
And the thing is, it wasn't a prank call; it was all true.
Well, Anima's witnessed it. When I call somebody and they don't answer, I leave fucked up messages for them doing voices because I hate voice machines. I just fucking hate them. So I just leave fucked up messages.
So you hang up and you just text like a normal human.
No,
Indeed.
no, I want to leave fucked up messages.
Someone's mentioned the Jerky Boys in the chat. Remember them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's where it started.
I want to
The
take these
Jerky
tiles
Boys.
back. They're broke. I dropped them. They're broke. They're no use.
Okay, so I can't confirm it, Juggalo Deathcock, but I think Penelope Ann Miller, I don't think she's blacklisted from the industry, but she's definitely gate-kept from certain things because obviously she was not only in the Reagan movie recently. I look back at a few years before that, she is involved in a project that mentioned a certain New York City mayor. I'm sure you guys can put two and two together in that. So I think we know her correct. However, though, that said, it seems that she still stayed busy since this film to now. So despite her assumingly her leanings, we'll just say leanings. I don't want to say the P word. And no, Gary, that's not Pee Wee.
It's P for Penelope.
Penelope.
Or as I like to call her, Penelope.
She could have done worse, is what I'm trying to allude to. She could have done worse. There's most people who are in her position, and bye-bye career.
What position is that? Is that missionary?
What?
Was it
We're
doggy
being
style?
dirty.
What position?
Gary has a position.
Yeah, I'm asking what position was she in?
The
doggy, reverse cowgirl, what?
Reverse cowgirl's awesome.
I'm not saying it.
That's where you get accidental anal all the time.
It's never accidental with you, Gary.
I'm
gay.
I don't know why my brain, why does my brain work like this? I don't know.
It does make sense that he did say, did Baldwin kill with the shadow? Since she was the girl with the shadow in the movie. Which, you know what? Say what you will about Alec Baldwin, but I kind of actually like the Shadow movie. And I know Claudia.
I did too. It's a fun film.
Claudia hated that I loved it. So I love Claudia.
Why does this look like he's about to shoot Tom out of a cannon?
Yeah, this looks so weird. It looks like I feel like the end of an Warner Brothers cartoon. That's all, folks.
Well, that's what we're paying double for now.
You don't like all the
really?
round circles? You don't like all those holes, Gary?
They just make me feel dirty.
Why were you ever supposed to be clean? Who
Never.
said you could?
Never.
Yeah.
I've always been blue.
Who are you
So,
trying to kid?
can I go over a list of some of her films? Because I've always had a thing for that chick, Penelope Ann Miller.
Sure.
First thing, Adventures in Babysitting was a fun movie.
She was in that?
Yes, she's the main character. She was in.
That's
that's her?
That's Elizabeth Shue. And
Yeah,
Adventures
that's
in
Elizabeth
Babysitting.
Shue, yeah.
I thought that was Penelope Ann Miller.
No, you mixed up two hot blondes.
Oh yeah, well they were both hot. Yeah, she's in The Freshman. Oh wait, I didn't. Google did. Google's the one that threw it up there.
Is she her friend? Maybe she's the friend of
That's
Elizabeth.
probably
Shue.
what it is. She's her friend.
Yeah, she's
So
the friend. Friend.
two
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of scared, Soul Assassin. I actually if I find out somehow in some weird conspiracy that Gary's actually straight, I honestly feel like he might be a fed on this show.
I'm gay for my girlfriend. It's true.
Oh, that's right. She was in Carlito's Way. That was a good ass movie.
Carlito's Way, the terrible film The Relic with Tom Sizemore. She was in Along Came a Spider. She was in the John Favreau film Rocky Marciano, made for TV. It was actually pretty good.
I didn't
Biloxi
see
Blues.
that. I remember wanting to watch that because I remember being aware of how prolific Rocky Marciano was during the heyday of boxing.
She's in The Gun in Betty Lou's Handbag, if anybody remembers that film.
That
Chaplin.
sounds really gay.
Oh, man. It's actually a fun film.
Are you sure?
And gay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gay too.
Oh, so two things can be true. It can be gay
Oh,
and
absolutely.
good. Okay.
Absolutely. She's in the sequel to the H.P. Lovecraft mystery, Witch Hunt with Dennis Hopper.
Okay.
It's okay. The first film's much better because Fred Ward played Detective H.P. Lovecraft. And I'm trying to see. Oh, Downtown is actually sort of like the 1990 version of Running Scared.
The Kevin Bacon? Was it? No. Was it Kevin Bacon was in Running Scared? Or am I thinking no, Woody Harrelson?
No, it was
Gregory Hines,
Gregory
and Billy
Hines
Crystal.
and Billy Crystal. Yeah.
Oh no, Patrick Bet-David. I like his show. I forgive him for putting Chris Cuomo on, but whatever.
Yeah,
No,
what
I
the?
like
How does
Patrick.
that guy get work after the shit he's done?
Oh, I know. I get why. I get Patrick's vision of the idea of he wants to have someone who challenges ideas. Okay, fine, but really, Chris Cuomo, even if you want to pretend none of the stigma is attached to him, he's not that good at formulating arguments around it. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I feel like Kamala in her last debate would form a better argument than Chris Cuomo does. And trust me, I don't feel good or take pride in saying that statement. Anyways, before
You're a
people
lying dog-faced pony soldier.
before people flame on me for that, but I'm gonna read some scores. Brian Barth with the 8 out of 10 toxicity. Yuck Domino, 3 out of 10. Oh, he says 3. Ooh. And Vocalip says 8 out of 10 was way 7 over time. Lead actress was good in Jericho. Huh. Okay. 8 out of 10 toxicity. Jonathan Conroy, Mecca J, Toxic 5.
Mecca J, Mecca Honey Ho.
And he says 9.2. Thank you, Juggalo. You get it. Of course you get it. Those kids were brutal. Tell me how he was wrong. You can't. And and Teasy, I get it, man. Once again, I get he wants on. That's fine, but man, I think he could do. I think he could do a little bit better. That's all. I still love his show. I still listen to it, but he could do a little bit better. That's all. I'm still a listener, still a fan. I could forgive imperfections I don't agree with. Dark Viewer says adult toxicity 5. Kids, oh look at that. Separate toxicity. Kids toxicity 10. Shut up. TZ says toxic 6. Soul Assassin, 8 out of 10 toxicity. Kids top the adults. Yeah. Dude, it wasn't even close, man. It wasn't even close. The kids straight up mollywopped the fuck out of the adults when it came to the toxicity. You know what? Our lives are all better for it. Is that right, dudes? Is that right?
For sure.
I concur with that.
He concurs.
There wasn't enough timeouts.
I don't think a timeout would control these kids. I think it's a little bit different.
They weren't that bad. They were good kids.
They were wonderful kids. One kid talked about, 2 girls talked about their dad being a sex machine. A few boys were looking up skirts of toys. One kid kept saying, boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. They were really good kids. Yeah, it was awesome. It was just,
they just repeat what we say.
Yeah. And you know what? It shows you they were good listeners. So that's what's up. But Backdoor Gerry, I want you to
That's
tell us
me.
tell us your score of Toxicity.
In here.
I think that this film is so subtle in how toxic it is that if you're passively watching this film, you wouldn't get it. And like Animo is having trouble. Like, I don't understand how toxic this film. I said, the film is very toxic, but it's subtle in how it does it. And I absolutely give it between an 8 and a 9 on Toxicity. It's still in my top 20 favorite films of all time, despite, having a ferret in it. And it's oddly, very PG. I wouldn't even call this movie PG-13. I would say that this is oddly toxic for a PG film.
This wasn't PG.
Wasn't this
Was
PG?
it PG or PG-13? It was PG or PG-13.
PG-13. There's no way.
Only because of the violence, because the
MPAA.
language isn't that bad.
It's PG-13.
How?
PG-13.
The violence.
The
violence.
And that's all it is. There's no real bad language in it.
No.
It was the rugby
and
shirt.
drug use. The drug use too, because there's when he busts up that
There's
party,
ODs
I'm the
and stuff
potty
like that.
pooper. I love the line, I'm a potty pooper.
I'm the potty pooper.
Oh, I should have clipped that for you, Gary. Or maybe I'll clip it now.
I have it on PCM's videos because every once in a while I'll just play it because I like to ruin things for people. So no, that's clearly directed at Brian because you included a sheep.
You bastard.
That's good.
You know what a Scottish three-way is? You remember that joke earlier, Brian?
Yes.
What's a Scottish three-way?
It's 3 sheep and a Scotsman watching.
I'm not into such perversions. It's one sheep at a time for me. I'm monogamous.
So you love to give your time proper to the sheep.
Yes, it's not fair.
Okay, you're a man of commitment.
I don't like the competition either.
If you're gonna give it to the sheep, you want to make sure it gets full attention. And wow, that's really fucking dirty. All right, scores here. Matthew Marzillo, 9.5 out of 10 for Fresh Kids, Colonel Father's terrible driving, Mother's badass, ferret biting, Arnold suffering from headache, Not Tunber's bang, fellow head teacher's line, last room. Wow, that was a mouthful. Yeah, I don't know even Gerry could take that. Vulcan lives! 8 out of 10 Toxicity.
8 out of 10? Yeah, I can totally take that.
My score adult to Toxicity 5 or 6, but child Toxicity 1000. Sounds Dragon Ball Z. His power level's 9,000. Overall, 100 tumas out of 1,000 sex machines. That's great. 70s. Thank you, Wade, for doing this slideshow.
It's all right.
He did the hard work, so we didn't have to.
I feel like it was nice to have a new man to get his slides in, and and I could go back to the old guy. I feel like there was never an affair.
Tom says I did it hard. It was hard, and I did it.
Make Mark feel jealous of your score. I want him to feel I want him to feel it.
This is the weirdest movie to score for Toxicity because back in the day, I would have looked at it and said, there's nothing, absolutely nothing toxic about this movie. Today, you look at it.
It's subtle.
Yeah. Well, but even at that, it's by any standard, subtle toxicity or not, back in the day, it was like, there's nothing toxic about this movie. Not really. Now, of course, you look at it and you go, well, it doesn't include all the things that the movies like today to include. It would be completely different if they made it today. And it has that one line, girls, boys have a penis, girls have a vagina, which would absolutely just drive millions of idiots insane now.
In fact, that's all we should post from now on is the video of him.
So that line alone, that line on its own is 10 out of 10 for Toxicity. The rest, but the movie overall, it's a 3, really. But that line on its own is 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Now, by today's standards, then it was just, well, isn't that funny? But it's it's a strange one, but shows how far we've come, as the actress said to the bishop.
Well, I know you know about how far we come.
And all night long, it was honor and offer.
Vocalist has the perfect thing. He says, "White straight former governor who cheated on his Kennedy wife, 100%
with a
toxic
housekeeper
now."
With the help, yes.
The only government official who didn't kill Kennedy.
Just now it doesn't have all the representation that it would have now, and it doesn't have. It makes
But
a joke
if you
out
look
of
at-
someone being gay. It calls somebody gay as a joke.
Right.
It makes illusions about that. All the things you definitely couldn't do now, but still at the time it was like, no, it's not toxic.
It just reminds.
And usually the Kennedys are the ones doing the
Shriver
cheating.
Shriver looks a lot like Skeletor, so a lot of people would have cheated on her.
Still a fun movie
Well,
though.
with that made, well, okay, whatever. Anyways, Mark, tell us your score, sir.
Well, I 100% agree with 70s. Yeah, that's not a not a toxic movie per se,
Not a tumor.
but not a tumor. But and the crazy thing is, my dad sounded like Arnold too. So whenever I hear Arnold, it's my dad. So he had that accent. But my friends, whenever he came over, my friends would always like quote my dad back to me, like, "Mark, you are so lazy. Get up and move the sheetrock. Get to work." But anyway, so I got a soft spot for Arnie because he always reminds me of my dad. But yeah, this movie's not really toxic, but by today's standards, yeah. So not to rehash too much, but yeah, it's like an 8, but like that one. All right, we got to play that line again.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
I mean, if you told me in 1990 that'd be a controversial line, or anyone would think
He
twice.
says it a few times too.
Yeah. So it's like, my God, I mean, you never would have thought that. This is just a basic standard fish out of water, story where, the rough and tumble guy gets schooled by the kindergartners, and then of course turns out, he turns out to be a great teacher, and there's a lot of charm to this movie. So yeah, it's really only toxic because of what our culture has gone through. And Gary, this is for you. Here you go.
I'm the party pooper.
There you go. I'm
That's
the
for
body
Gerry. Yep.
pooper.
He's the party pooper. And of course, and this line gets quoted all the time still.
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
How often do you use that line? So yeah, this is a classic movie. So I'll give it an 8 just based on today's toxicity level. But it's a damn charming movie, and it's a fun movie you could watch, with kids, or watch it with my kids, and yeah, it's a safe movie to watch. But yeah, it's well, in terms of they had to wait to see Commando till they were a little bit older. I mean, when the kids were younger. But yeah, this is a classic. And Arnold, he can act, right? Arnold can act. People make fun of him because of his accent, but he's got a charm and charisma. And that's why he was such a huge star.
All right.
Yeah, he doesn't take himself seriously in these comedy movies. You can tell. He allows himself to be made fun of in many ways. So,
Dustin, thank you, Mark. By the way,
thank you. Yep, and thank you, 70s, for doing that show.
Yeah, well, it's not up to your standard, mate, but
you did a damn fine job.
That was good. It was good. Yep.
Yeah, that one I didn't have to worry about any Mad Martigan appearances. That was one.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever they go into strip club in any of these movies, I'm like, oh crap.
That's right. Yeah. You're thinking, what's in this that might
How long is this scene gonna be?
All right, Dustin, give us your score of toxicness.
Well, I think there's some things like, because seeing this movie in the beginning when it came out in theaters, Movie was funny. I loved it. I had it on VHS, watched the shit out of it. And I haven't seen it until this weekend. I watched it again for the first time, and I don't know how long, probably damn near 20 years. But I think there's just like things now that I see in this movie, like the fact that he goes undercover to try to figure out how to get to this woman, to get to this guy he's been chasing, and he falls in love with her. And there's the toxicity of there's no separation between his work and her. He just like, okay, I'm falling in love with her, whatever. Right from the first time they meet, and then, granted, he didn't know it was her right away, but still. And then it really comes down that he ends up with this woman. So that's pretty toxic because that's just weird, creepy, kind of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it was written that way. It just is now. And so I don't know. I have to say this is probably when everything else that 70s said and everybody with the girls have vaginas and penises and boys have whatever and
you seem a bit unsure about the details, Dustin.
Oh yeah, how do you define what a woman is? Okay, you can't define a woman. Okay, I don't know.
The telltale whatever.
I have no idea what's happening anymore. I stay out of it.
Join the club, dude.
But I think I would have to say it's a 7.5. I mean, initial thinking, like looking back on it, I would be like, it's not toxic at all. But rewatching it, I think it's 7.5. But even that's just more for the benefit of this show and not really me thinking that it's toxic at all.
The kids are toxic. Damn.
Well, the kids are kids, and they are going to drive you fucking insane. But I mean, if they were high school kids, then I'd be like, ugh, God. But they're like 6-year-olds, and I'm in the thick of that right now too, with the granddaughter being in kindergarten. So I'm seeing this, her playing out, and she comes home and she's doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I mean, that's toxic in of itself.
Yeah.
And ears are for listening. And bodies still, just the stuff that they come home and say and all that stuff. So I don't know. I think that's a little bit difficult for me. But I know when she goes home at the end of the night, I'm like, so yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you, sir. JT Kirk. How you doing, JT? Toxicity and release 6.9. Toxicity rating today 27 months at a British prison. That was good.
That's the best comment.
Good.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna say for me, I'm gonna go with I'm only gonna do about today's standards. I'm gonna go with a straight 8. These kids were fucking nuts, man. You got the kids look up the toy skirts, the sex machine comment, the kid who always has to let you know that there's 2 genders, the endless destruction. It was great. The kids alone were toxic. That's all you needed here, and they oozed it. I mean, that's why they created their environment around them. Kids were awesome. They sure weren't great actors, but they were entertaining, and that's what that show is about. So that's going to get an 8.5 for me on the City of Tox. How about you, Tom?
I mean, by today's standards, this movie is much more toxic than it was at the time. Even then, though, it was playing with some toxic traits. So I'd probably give it about a 6 out of 10, at least, on the toxic scale. For the original score, modern toxic scale, it's like 11. Simply because of the boy vagina line.
It's a big one. It's a big one. Just saying. Well, Tom, will that
That's
be
what
all
she
for-
said. Yeah, sorry, I've been so distracted with other shit tonight. But,
okay.
Yeah.
I know.
appreciate you.
I do the same
Next
thing
week
with
will
porn
be
all the
great.
time.
Next
I know
week
what distracts
will be great.
Gary.
I watch porn while you guys are watching the movie. I'm just over here like looking at porn.
Oh, I knew you had an extra window open there, Gary.
Yeah. Just don't share it.
He felt so
What do you mean?
touched.
It's not a window. He's looking at his own wiener.
It's a mirror.
I'm
He
just going
felt-
to tell you, yeah, it's got to be a mirror because I'm so fat. I haven't seen my penis in years.
He felt so touched by the show that he needed to have something else for more viewing material. Gary's watching Backdoor Sluts 9.
Goddamn Skippy.
All right, red shirt. Pull
All
the
right.
plug. Or
We're
no,
gonna pull the-
slide in the plug.
Wait, yes. Oh, well, first of all, when this movie first came out, it probably made a few people uncomfortable to see 6-year-olds talking so candidly about things like penises and vaginas, and my mom says my dad is a sex machine. But it wouldn't have been considered toxic. It would have been considered just, like, where did those kids hear this? What kind of parents do they have? But now, holy cow, the kids. Girls and boys are different. No, they're not, according to modern ideology. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Well, what about the boys who have a vagina and the girls who have a penis? Right, but they're right, and you're different. O'Hara reading Guns and Ammo as a gun owner. I know I actually got cut off in a bar talking to a cop one time about firearms. He didn't get cut off because he was a cop. I got cut off because I was talking to him about the subject. The principal calling Kimball a very good teacher. The DEA would be on the phone to that principal today within 5 minutes. The union would be. And, the kids all standing for the Pledge of Allegiance with a salute, and they're all reciting it correctly. Yeah, that probably would trigger at least half of a quarter of the population of the United States today.
So the exercise too. Don't forget that.
Oh,
yeah.
Inspirational lessons. Do your exercise. That's frowned upon nowadays.
Right. So for Toxicity, again, have to go with modern sensibilities, the modern audience, as they're referred to. I gotta give this at least an 8.5, and it's edging towards a 9.
Ooh, I
Gary's
like
edging
it.
too.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Richard. That was brilliantly put. So, okay. I apologize for potential repetition for those who may have heard this. But one time I went to a trade school, and I was, let's just say in that school, I was a token in Chirac. I was a token. You guys can put 2 and 2 together. I was the token in the school. And this guy was like, hey, man. Hey, man. Have you heard that movie Brokeback Mountain? I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, well, yeah. It's like, yeah, I was hanging out with my girl. We were kicking it. And, I ordered some chicken. And I'm like, oh, we should watch a movie. And, oh, this seems like a good adventure movie. Let's watch Brokeback Mountain. And then he put it out. He's like, oh, what the hell? I didn't know it was going to be like this. Found out he had no idea Brokeback Mountain was the movie that it was. Not one clue. He thought it was just going to be a genuine adventure movie that him and his girlfriend or his wife could watch over chicken.
I imagine there's probably a few people out there that this happened to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure.
Gerry ran to the rental store. He was like, dude, I gotta get this. The feel-good movie of the year.
It does feel good. It does
feel the good. Yeah, he feels
good.
He feels that
Yeah.
good. So, anyways, that's just a small little fun fact story. Next week, guys, if you didn't know, now you know, but peeing your pants is cool for Toxic Tuesday, the final back to school episode edition of Toxic Tuesday. Okay, for $2, as Nick was the token rocker school. There's a lot of truth in that statement. I have to emphasize the word a lot. There was not many of us from freshman through junior. I'd say it was probably in the single digits. Not only was that, but I was an actual metalhead. That's the difference. But then when I hit senior year, incoming wave of these freshman dudes, and they were all like wearing Iron Maiden shirts. And the first thing I could think of was, who the fuck were all you my first 2 years? Little help, anyone? Now you hear when I'm about to go exit the back door. Now you guys just choose to slip in here. I liked you guys when you're fresh and new, but no, you couldn't just grew with me. But whatever. I did make that gay on purpose, Gary.
Thank you.
I want you to have ideas. I want you to have ideas. Anyways,
Buddy Jesus loves you.
Big titty Jesus.
All right. So yes, next week we'll be talking Billy Madison for our next Toxic Tuesday movie, and it's gonna be diabolical. It's gonna be huge. I thank you all for your super chats and your members comments and your membership gifts. I'm losing it here. Gifted memberships, super chats, and member comments. I love that shit.
You're getting tired.
Yeah, probably. It's a good way to break me into the new life of 37. I'm 37. Oh, I knew eventually it was gonna come to this. I had to be 37.
Yeah, the minute you shave off your dick tickler, you look younger.
Well, it's gonna grow back. Trust me. I make sure everything in my body grows back. So, you'll be the first to know when it goes all the way back, Gary. Okay.
Nick's a grower.
Yeah, Graham, that's what's up. Thank you, Darth Veer. So yeah, next week, Billy Madison, Friday, Clubby's Comic Shop, and I'll have a video out this week. That will be awesome and not gay. It'll be actually a pretty straight video. And I'll be at Mead Thursday. I'm gonna let these gentlemen plug their plugs on the way out. We'll start off with Gary. He seems to have the cleanest one.
Hey, we're going to be talking about Mel Gibson's movie Payback tomorrow on Pop Culture Minefield. We'll be talking about the theatrical version because it's the one that Mel Gibson cut and did all the reshoots for, and I prefer it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the straight up cut, but it's just not as entertaining as the theatrical. So we're doing that one tomorrow. And then I think Tom and I are doing something this weekend. I don't know. Is that this weekend or maybe next week? I don't know. I have no idea. We're doing stuff. And plus, I guess, Nick, are you approving that song?
Oh,
So
dude.
Will that be on the next episode?
I don't know about that. I do know, though, I got to figure out a clip to go with it because that song is so good. Dude, it's for sure going to be the future song. It's just now figure out how I want to go about obtaining.
Has Mark heard it yet? Well, because we can play it after
we'll
the
go.
show.
Actually, for one day in my life, I actually have time to talk at their show. We'll talk about it.
All right. But Tom, are we doing anything this weekend? Or was that last weekend? I don't know what we're doing.
I think this is normally our week off, but we'll see.
Yeah, let's see. I'll open up the old interweb and take a look, see what we're doing this week. I know that Friday, I think we're talking about Bad Monkey again, which is really a good show.
October's coming up, so I think we'll talk some scary movies, but yeah.
Definitely going to be doing some of those. I'm checking our live. Well, yeah, we just did Big Trouble in Little China, which is already at like right around 500 views right now.
Okay.
But let's see. Yeah, because like for horror for October, we got American Werewolf in London, Innocent Blood on Thursday, the 26th, with Greg and Nadia. We're going to be doing Evil Dead 2. Let's see. We're going to be doing The Shining. Gosh, we got some really good horror films coming up in October. Plus, we just did Beetlejuice a couple weeks back, and it was fun.
Why are you straight and normal?
It's an act.
Better be. You being straight is super gay. Thank you,
Gayest
Backdoor
thing I
Gerry.
do. It's the gayest thing I do. That and
I
be
feel-
friends with Brian.
We're speaking of that
Thanks,
70s
lover.
rock fan. 70s. Thank you for your sliding the shows. You did great.
slid it in there for you.
I have it once again. It feels very effortless. Like you, it feels like you've done it before. And I can definitely tell that
It's like you know what you're doing.
Notice the difference.
It's just a small thing, Nick. Don't worry about it.
I did it. I was like, wow, I didn't even notice the difference. I didn't have
Just
to
a
question
little
if
thing.
if it was a different man. So
Just
I'm
a
just
little
glad.
thing.
I'm happy to know I didn't feel a difference.
That's what she said.
Indeed.
We got some big news in the chat.
Well,
look at that from Eric K.
Eric K. Going to buy Nick a happy ending in Vegas this year.
That's awesome. What a
In the
buddy.
malls,
What a
get
pal.
These fish that eat the dead skin off your free extra $20 on who knows. Eric K for $5. Thank you, Eric. I cannot wait to hang out with you again, sir. It's gonna be diabolical. We're so freaking overdue. Like honestly, like I could hear about someone awesome like Mahler coming out to Vegas, but I'd be even more excited just hanging out with Eric K. That's how real this shit is when
He's a
Eric K
good
and I are
lad,
together.
yeah.
That's how real it is when Eric K and I are together. Like seriously, like I don't know who's Mel Gibson or Danny Glover. We'll figure that part out later. But we are a lethal weapon together. Ooh, that sounded really gay.
Yeah, I did. You did that a little too well, Nick.
It doesn't really go gay until you start docking.
So I will plug something if that's okay.
Just don't plug
you
Gerry.
You don't need permission to plug.
Yeah, so channel's almost at 1,800 subs. We're heading for 1,800 subs on YouTube. So getting
Nice.
closer. Trying to get to 2K by the end of the year. Had a great stream yesterday on Conan the Barbarian. We had a lot of fun. One of the best streams we've done, I think.
Nice.
So go and check that out. Video today I uploaded, which was a preview of a Korean movie that I'm very excited about, which I was talking to Gary about earlier. The Executioner.
Ooh.
Kick-ass action movie coming out in September 27th in North America. So did a little preview of that. And amongst all the other things I'll probably be on later this week, next Monday on my channel, the show will be, we'll go back to music. It's only talk and roll. And we're going to talk about the Rolling Stones Beggar's Banquet album. First time I've really talked about the Stones in any of my shows. That is my favorite Stones album. So we're going to talk about that era and that album. So a little bit of music chat next Monday.
You got compliments for how you have a really good handle on chefs.
I see that. Yes. Well, I mean, I know how to handle them. I know, I know how to find it.
Even when it's small.
Yeah. This big black microphone shaft here.
Oh, it's like a shake weight, but a microphone.
Years of experience. You can't, there's no substitute for experience, isn't that right, Gary?
Aye.
So anyway, check my channel out, and we're getting ready for Bourbon and Boarding to return soon. So
that's
brushing
right.
off the old Bourbon and Boarding Fantasy League, and there's a link on my community tab for those who may want to sign up for that Hockey Fantasy League for next year. But we'll probably be getting a show together.
You need to rename that
do
show to Liquor and is Quicker.
Liquor is Quicker. Well, the boobs and boredom is what Snowdub calls it.
Boobs and boredom.
If there was boobs, I say that can't work. If there was boobs, it wouldn't be boredom. So
That's what I was thinking. How can you be bored of their boobs?
So hockey's on its way back. Check if you are subscribed to my channel, or indeed anybody can see the community tab. Check out our Fantasy League link.
Oh, I'm gonna join that.
We want more. We had only 6 people in the league last year. We were a bit late getting it set up. This year we want to get at least a dozen, maybe 15. Make it a much more competitive league. I did win, of course. I mean, obviously, naturally, I won last year. I was top of the league. So probably that'll happen again. But if Mark signs up, I might have some competition.
Well, I get my son, who's the sports analytics major, to help me with all my fantasy sports.
So you know what? When it comes to a fantasy draft, that doesn't matter shit. It's about what position you're in. I always end up at the bottom, and I can never get any of the top players. But I have a strategy though. Not what I'm going to tell you.
You don't want to end up being a bottom.
You do not want to end up on the bottom. Or being
But
a
if
bottom.
you are on the bottom, just go for it and be a power bottom.
Just relax and let it go.
Yes.
Talking
No,
about
you don't relax. You push back. You push back.
Well, there's one man who's ready to let it all go. It's the Keto Simple one. So, ejaculation and all. Why don't you tell us about your channel, sir?
Tomorrow night, I'm on Cindy's channel. We're going to be talking with her and her husband. It's a keto channel. And then we are on vacation for a week. So nothing else for me the rest of the week. We won't be back until like Thursday next week. So I will not be involved in Toxic Tuesday. No Sunday morning live. Nothing. I'm going to be in the middle of fucking nowhere, Wisconsin for a wedding.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Not everybody knows
there,
where you
though.
are. It's just one he heard about.
It's our niece is getting married.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Sister. Yeah. So it'll be fun. The whole family is getting together, not very often because everybody's spread across the country. So it'll be nice.
That's the home of Gary's favorite football team, isn't it? Wisconsin, the
Nut to
Fudge
butt,
Packers.
bud.
The Fudge
That's
Packers.
right. The Fudge Packers.
Nut to butt.
D
Thank
Bud,
you, Eric, for plugging our
he's-
channels, by the way.
D Bud is
Slick
quoting me
Eric.
because in the military, that when you do a stack to do a breach in a door, it's called nut to butt.
Just change yours to nut in butt.
There's a lot of gay humor in the military. There really is.
I mean, what else is there? I mean, it's just a bunch of dudes who aren't getting laid.
Oh, but they
Well,
are.
not
that's the
not
problem.
anymore.
They knew they were getting laid. Not Gary. I'm not going to say anything else. Just it was happening.
Best time
Wow.
of your life, Gary.
I felt like a virgin all over again. By the way, 70s, I tagged you on Twitter with something. It's called 749 Bureau, and it's a new Chinese action film by Liu Chan. It's
I
soldiers
see
versus giant birds with blue tongues. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, this
that's-
is going to be
yeah.
badass.
That is right up my alley. As
Alley?
As the bishop said to the
I
sailor.
heard the pause. I heard that pause. You had to make sure you didn't
I
say-
thought I'm going to go through with this. I'm not stopping. I'm going to go through.
If you're going to go gay, go all the way. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. It does look good. 749 euro. Yeah, I do have a copy of another movie, Chinese movie lined up.
Did you just
So,
confirm going gay looks good?
Twilight of the Warrior, Walled In, which I've got a copy of. I want to see. It looks really good as well. So, yeah, Asian movies. That's where it's at, everybody.
70s.
He's gay.
He has the Asian persuasion going on.
I may be gay,
By
but
the
at
way-
least a masculine gay.
You know, my son Ben is like really holy gay, and he made the meanest, most racist joke one day by going, "Do you know how I know that Asian men aren't well hung?" I said, "No." He says, "There's no Asian porn stars, males." And I'm like,
Well, not
"Oh my
outside of
God."
Japan.
Not outside of Japan.
I wouldn't know, but I
Where they
You
always
couldn't have
ask
done it
the
with all
question.
pixelated.
The most common phrase in Japanese is it in yet?"
I'm just gonna take your.
I'm going to hell for
word.
that one. I'm getting canceled.
I'm just gonna take your word for
Gary
it.
would
Can
know.
we say the C word on this stream?
Anyways, Mark, you get to follow up all that.
Oh my God, how do I follow up that one? I don't know. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be away next week. I'll be on an away mission, but here I wanted to show off this cool action
Ooh,
figure that I got to
That's
do.
big in your
and-
hands.
And no gay jokes about the creature from the Black Lagoon, because if Quagnar's out there, he's gonna kick
He looks
your
like
ass.
he's got a lot of foreskin on.
Oh, God.
It's wrinkled.
Nice, very nice.
He's uncircumcised.
I got
That's a tiny tail. But it's on the wrong
He's
side.
covered in it. He's covered in foreskin.
That is a
Oh,
really
my
good job on that
That is
artwork, man.
beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
I see they have
so,
this sex doll version over on the left where you can switch the head out with Big O.
That one looks like it's been fondled a bit, Mark. Have you taken it out of the box? I can see fingerprints on the ground.
He's never going to look at that thing the same way.
I
All
can't
he's
say
gonna
anything
see-
now.
He's just going to get
I see.
He's like, screw you guys! I'm not
seeing-
showing any toys anymore.
What I'm
Get
seeing
this
right
thing
now
the
is
same way again.
hints of Mark's Big D there. There it is. Showing his Big D.
Oh, Che, that's a good. Oh, okay, that's a funny comment. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, you guys! It's just an innocent action figure, nothing else. But
That's
anyway,
what
Nothing
say.
innocent here.
That's what you
So now-
say.
I don't know how I'm
one
going
is
to review
innocent.
this, but
No one is.
but anyway, anywho, thanks. Yeah, I've got a ton of subs to my channel this month, so appreciate that, and always fun hanging out here. And I'll miss you guys next week, but I'll be back. I'll be back for October, and hopefully everyone will stay safe and be good and stay away from Gerry. Just only hang out with him on the stream. Just don't meet him in person because you never know. But
The gravitational pull of his asshole is too big.
One of my favorite collections is this creature from the Black.
I love the
Lagoon.
hologram.
Well,
Yeah,
Mark, it's
so
been
cool.
very fulfilling. I'll see you and your creature from the Black foreskin in a few weeks.
yeah, is that how I should title my video when I review that? Just for Gerry. See how many hits I get, right? It's actually not an action figure, it's something else. Yeah. Oh my God. You guys. That's juveniles.
We ruin everything.
Double
Yeah.
the pleasure, double the fun.
My action figure. Why don't you? Oh my God.
All right, Tom, you get to close this one out.
Good luck, Tom.
everybody for watching my favorite film.
Please put us
It's
out of
called
our misery.
Kindergarten Cop. It was a big hit. It's almost as big of a hit as Terminator. Maybe if I'd have put some kids in Terminator or a liquid Terminator in Kindergarten Cop, they both could have been the biggest movies of all time. But yeah, I will do a movie with Nicolas Cage one of these days. We're going to do Face Off 2.
Oh no, no!
I come back is Nicolas Cage.
I think for Gary's sake, you should do Ass Off. That would be the movie you should
I
do.
want to take his face off. Get it? Like the first movie. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Don't forget your football.
And that's got pigskin on it, not foreskin.
Yeah. I think there's 4 pieces of it though.
You're scaring my unborn children.
I bet all the 46 people in the chat, at least half of them are going to be taking showers tonight after this.
I just took a shower from working out. I'm gonna have to take another one. Yeah.
That's a big shower. If all 46 of them are going to get into a shower together.
Gary's got some tips for those kind of baths.
He
Always
knows
a
all
tip.
about tips.
Yes, I do.
I bet Gary has some nice bath bombs in those. All right, Gary. All right.
And by the
Mark.
way, if you ever want to look up some fun videos, watch
don't trust you.
Accidental Anal. Look it up. It's fun.
Oh Jesus God!
That's what they
I gotta
always say.
go to
Oh, it was an
confession.
accident. It was an accident. That's their excuse every time.
Surprise!
I didn't.
I'm the party pooper.
Yes, I can definitely smell shite.
Yeah.
Oh, slats.
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
I think about you guys.
Oh, slats.
Gary almost managed it.
Anyways,
I can't stop breaking Nick. It's my favorite thing to do.
I wish I could have helped more.
see you all next week for
Bye, everybody.
Billy Mattis.
Thank you for
So
being-
long.
Thank you for sticking with us.
I'm waving and like people can see me.
Waving.
All right, guys.
I'm used to having a camera on.
Good.